Well, good afternoon. Just checking the stream. Just want to make sure everything is working well. And we're going to go ahead and get started here. All right. I believe we are good to go. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Well, welcome to another episode of Living Each Day on Purpose. I'm B.A. Ingram, and I'm so grateful and thankful to be here with you. And if you're here with us for the very first time, thank you so much for showing up. If you're returning, watching, subscriber, appreciate your continued support. So we're going to go ahead and dive on into it. I've got some amazing things that I'm going to be doing here the next couple of weeks. I want to thank you for your feedback. Many of you sent me emails and left comments and suggestions on what you need help with, which has been very great and helpful. So I've done something very special and exciting for you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it because retirement, let's face it, retirement is supposed to be a time of freedom. It's really supposed to be the time that you get to enjoy the rest of your life that you work so hard to obtain at this level. And it's supposed to be a time of freedom. But why does it feel sometimes so uncertain? And this is what I hear from many people. Why does it feel so uncertain at times? Because today you may be worried about running out of money. That may be you. Are you worried about running out of money in retirement, especially when you look at your 401ks and you see it going down and not necessarily up and you're using it? That can be a great concern. Are you confused about investing? Many retirees, many of those in their late 50s and 60s and beyond, are confused about retirement, and many of them have not invested in retirement because they may be afraid that they're going to lose. Maybe you're afraid that you might make the wrong financial moves. All of that is understandable, and I get it. But I want you to know you're not alone. And guess what? I got you. Because over the next 6 weeks, I'm going to show you how to break free from fear, build confidence, and create an investment plan that funds your retirement for life. I am a living witness as what can be accomplished in a short amount of time if you are committed to it. If you do what you need to do, you are diligent, and you have a plan, you can achieve your financial goals regardless of your age, especially if you're later on in life, in your 50s, in your 60s, and beyond. If you're in your 40s plus and you're thinking about retiring, then this series is also for you because it's never too late to get started. I wish I had got started a whole lot earlier and not just jump in and jump out because I listened to all the hype and all the noise and all the gurus and all the people. And I thought by time trying to play the market and time the market and all that kind of stuff, it would help me out. But it is a long race. It is a turtle race. It is about the long term. Is it about consistency? It is about planning for those later years early. So if you're in your 40s and 50s and you're looking for an opportunity, to retire and to invest, then this series is going to be for you. Because investing can feel overwhelming, let's face it, but I make it simple and doable. And with everything that's out there, a lot of people are telling you to do this, to do that, to do the next thing, but they're not actually showing you how. In this series for the next 6 weeks, I'm going to actually be showing you how to do some of the things that you may have heard about, that you may be dreaming about, that you may desire. You're going to learn how to use what some of my favorite vehicles are, which are ETFs and REITs. You've heard me talk about those in my previous training. Electronic traded funds, and real estate investment trusts. You're going to learn how to use those to generate income and build wealth. Even if you've never invested before, you're going to walk away with a clear plan, as a clear understanding as how to get started, how much it takes to get started, where to get started, and most importantly, I want you to take action and get started, because every day you wait is a dollar less you earn. But you don't hear that. Every day you wait is a dollar less you've earned. So starting now, starting today, regardless of the amount, you can start earning dividends on those investments. Why does this series matter? Why does it matter, and why am I doing it? Well, it matters to me because I run into people and I have conversations who have concerns about their retirement. Yes, they have money coming in. And God forbid that money is to stop. What happens? Where does the extra income come from? Or where does the continued income come from? Many have concerns that even though I have money coming in regularly, but I'm pulling from that money and it's not growing for me because retirement is changing and how people retire today is changing. We're finding that this younger generation is retiring early because they've done some things a little different than previous generations have done. But traditional pension plans are disappearing. Many companies are no longer offering pension plans and retirement plans. So those of us who are fortunate enough to get pensions and to get retirements from those plans, we want to see those monies continue to grow. At least I do. I want my plans to continue to go. We can't just solely rely on Social Security or military benefits. All they are wonderful, all they are great. But if we're not using those to invest in vehicles that are growing those, then we're stuck with just what we get and what we receive. And so the cost of living is rising, and most often those benefits are fixed and set, and they're not rising with the cost of living. So you need another vehicle. You need a passive income that keeps up with the rate of inflation. And this is why I'm a big proponent of REITs and ETFs, because if you invest in the right types, they will keep up with inflation. They pay you at rates that are equal to or greater than what inflation is right now. So also, fear oftentimes keep people stuck, misunderstanding or not having the education or the information keeps people stuck. The biggest mistake that I find retirees make is not investing at all. And I think that to me, it saddens me. It saddens me when I come across and I talk to retirees who are not investing any money at all because of some of these fears, because they've allowed these fears to grab a hold of them. And so they're not even interested in investing any of their money to grow any of their money. And I think that is a disservice to yourself. I think you are missing out on a great opportunity. Yes, there are always risk involved. Yes, there's always an opportunity to lose, but there are far greater opportunities to gain than there are to lose. And so, not investing at all is a fear that I want to help you to overcome. Because the good news is you don't need to be a stock market expert to do what I'm talking about here. You don't need to have a whole lot of stock market training. I teach you and show you the things that you need to know, how to read the reports that you need to read, how to make the decisions that you need to make. ETFs and REITs make investing easy. They make investing low maintenance and they make investing stress free. And you can put them on autopilot so you don't have to worry about them all the time. You check them, you monitor them, you make adjustments where you need to. But most people that invest in these type vehicles invest in them for the long term and they see income now as their portfolios continue to grow. But what you're going to learn over the next 6 weeks as we dive deeper into some of this material. In each episode, we're going to build on the last. I'm going to help you go from fear to financial confidence so that you're able to take whatever amount of money, and I teach people how to start off with as small as $25 a week. And in so doing, you're able to invest in fractional shares if you're unable to invest in a whole share, but yet you're able to see your money continue to grow. Now, is $25 going to make you rich? No, we increase that over time, okay? And as you become more confident and as you begin to see your investments grow, then you're more willing to invest more money into it. But this is why I start you off small so you can see what's doable and what's possible so that you can begin to invest larger sums of money as time go on. So in the first week, and I'm going to just give you a breakdown and overview of what we're going to kind of be covering, but each week we're going to dive deep into each one of these topics just for a few minutes. As I said, I try to grab you here on your lunch break, so we're not going to be all day with this, but I'm going to just be dropping these nuggets. But in the first week, we're going to look at a mindset shift. And this is very important because shifting your belief system, shifting your understanding, shifting what it is that you may have learned or thought or been taught, correcting that into the way that will help you be the kind of wise investor you need to be is important. because the mindset shift that will change your financial future helps you break free from fear and then take control over your own financial destiny. You're not dependent upon somebody else to manage your money, to handle your money, to make sure your money is doing what it needs to do. You're going to be wise and have the wisdom that you need to advise these people on what's best for you if they're not doing what's best for you. And week number two, we're going to actually look at some ETFs and REITs, look at some of the better investments that are out there for retirees, some of the more safer ones, some of the more non-volatile ones, those that have been around a while, those that are growing regularly and consistently over time. We're going to look at those, and we're going to learn how these simple assets can help you build wealth quickly and continually over time. In the third week, we're going to look at how to build a portfolio using these ETFs and REITs. We're going to show you step by step how to get plugged in and how to begin playing the investment game, how to begin earning dividends every month or every quarter by investing in these vehicles. And by the time we get to week four, we're going to look at some simple ETF and REITs in the portfolio that are recommended for people in our age bracket, that gives us the safety and security that we want to see our money continue to grow. We're going to see some real life, and I'm going to share with you some real life examples of stress-free investing and how to put that on autopilot so the deposits are made, the investments are made, and you can just rest easy that every month, at every quarter, you're going to see something happening in your account, which is going to encourage you to let that continue to grow for you and work for you so that you can begin drawing from that in addition to what you already have coming in. So I hope this is sounding really good to you and you're going to stick around and come around every week. By week five, I'm going to answer some of the most common questions. I'm going to be answering questions every week as well as they come in, through my email, as they come in through the comments and the chat. But I'm going to answer some of the most common investment questions every week, and then I'm going to have a special Q&A in week five, which is going to be a full Q&A edition where you can get answers to your most important retirement questions. So if you have questions that we haven't addressed over the weeks, and you have some additionally by the time we get to this portion of it, I want you to be able to put those in the comments, send those to me at email so that we can go ahead and address those, so that we can clear up any misunderstandings or misconceptions that you have. Because by the time we get to our 6th week, I want you to already have started some of this. If not, I'm going to work with you. And I'm able to work with you, and I'm willing to work with you by week 6 to help you to get started, because that's going to be the important step and the final step, how to take action on all the learning that I'm going to be sharing and giving with you, and how to start investing right now and today, so that you can walk away with a clear and simple strategy on what you're going to be able to do for the next several years, 5 or 10 years. I'm telling you, if you start now, within the next 5 to 7 years, you will have a portfolio built that you can be proud of, and making consistent dividend income every month and every quarter, enough to supplement what you already have or even replace what you already have. If you're working a job and you're looking to replace income, this will be a great way to do that, because each lesson is going to be no more than 5 to 7 to 8 minutes. But it could change. It could change over time, because it could change as I add material to it over the weeks. But if you do the simple steps that I'm choosing you, 30 minutes out of your week, each week to do this will help you set yourself up for a retirement fund that can pay you the rest of your days. So before I let you go out of here, I want to let you know a couple final things why you can't afford to miss this. And this is very important to me. I don't want you to miss these trainings. I don't want you to say, oh, well, I'll catch the replay, I'll catch that, which is wonderful, which is fine. But I want you to be here live with me so I can answer your questions, help you through it. But I don't want you to miss this training. Even if you don't catch me live and it's not a convenient time for you to show up, I get it, I understand it. But come back later, watch the video, watch the replay, so that you can begin implementing the strategies, because this is not financial theory. And although I am not giving financial advice, I'm not telling you how or if to invest. I'm giving you recommendations and suggestions based upon what I am doing, based upon what others that I'm working with are doing. So this is strictly up to you, but it's a simple, actionable way for you to begin getting real results and getting real returns on your dollars as you invest them in the stock market. And I know it's easy to jump after the latest, greatest thing and jump on the latest, greatest bandwagon. But as you've heard before, this is not the only strategy out there. This is just one that I have chosen to use and I'm helping others to use. And we're seeing gains and we're seeing benefits. And when I show you some examples of what my portfolio is looking like and the dividends that I'm receiving off some of these vehicles, hopefully you will be encouraged to start putting your money to work for you. But you don't need a lot of money to get started. I built a smaller portfolio in addition to my large primary portfolio that I started off with just $25 a week. And I help people just start where they were to start investing. And yeah, some people write me and email me, say, hey, I saw $5 here, I saw $10 here, saw $15 here, which is great, which is wonderful. But just imagine as you increase what you put in, you increase what you get out. And now that same $25 that went in is now $100 or $250. So now you're seeing $25, you're seeing $30, you're seeing $100 on those returns. Those are types of things that I'm talking about. So you don't need a lot of money to begin, but you must begin. And I'll show you how to invest at any level or wherever you are or whatever you can afford. That's how doable this method is. Because the sooner you start, the better. Every day your money isn't invested is a lost potential of income. Let me say that again. Every day your money isn't invested is a lost potential of income. And I've learned this the hard way. Every day I didn't put a dollar in, I didn't get a dime out. But as every day that I did put a dollar in, I saw a dime come out, which encouraged me to put more than a dollar in. But every day your money isn't invested is a lost potential because it's not doing anything. It's not doing anything just sitting in the bank. I don't care how many thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars you may have sitting in a traditional bank account. You're not earning at the rate of inflation because the bank isn't paying you at the rate of inflation. Now they're taking that money that you have invested, they're investing it at rates greater than the rate of inflation. And they're the ones making the returns. They're the ones making the money off of your money. And I'm here to help you reverse that so that you can start making money off your money and not that other people make money off the backs of your earning. Because if you've been putting off investing, this should be a wake-up call for you. And I'm hoping this training will be a wake-up call for you to get started. So I want you to do a couple things for me today as we prepare for the next 6 weeks. I want you to hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a single episode that's coming up. I want you to also drop me a comment, whether it be a question, whether it be a comment. I want to know what's your biggest fear right now about investing. And I'm going to answer that in future lessons. I'm going to make sure I address your specific fear specifically. So, because remember, you're not the only one that has it or will have it, because I've had it as well and others as well. So you dropping a comment on what your biggest fear is going to help not only you, but it's also going to help someone else. So don't be afraid to list it. I may even start off with it and list my biggest fear in the beginning just to help you out, to let you know we've all been there, but I'm going to answer it, okay? And then I want you to do the third thing for me. I want you to share this video with someone you know who also needs help in their retirement plan. Because let's face it, we all can use some help. Yes, we can go out here and try to do all this research on our own and find it, understand it, and try to make, understanding of all of it. But if somebody else has already done it, why should I spend my time doing it? Because this is what I did. I learned what I needed to learn, but then I found people to help me understand the process. And as I grew and as I learned, I began doing more. Those people are still around to help me, to advise me. I have financial advisors. I have fiduciaries. I have financial planners. I have investment brokers. I have all these people available to me that I use from time to time when I'm willing to and needing to make some decision or go in another direction or do something that I haven't before. So it's always great to have some people in your corner to help you with that. And so if you do these things that I'm asking you to do, I've got a free guide for you. I've got a guide for you that I'm going to be sharing with you. Now, it's not going to be the full guide that I provide in my training because that's 120 pages so much right now, and it continues to grow as my team and I continue to invest and research certain ETFs and REITs, and we continue to put together our plan, and we continue to unfold as we learn more and as we gain more. But I'm going to put together I have put together a smaller guide for you to help you kind of get started, a mini guide, so to speak, to help you kind of get started. And I want to give that to you free as my gift. If you do the things that I'm asking you to do and you share with me your email, I'm going to send that to you, no charge and no commitment, because I believe that this is your time. It's my time. I believe it's the best time to start investing. I believe the economy is ripe for some additional changes. We got AI on the horizon, and it is making headroads into a lot of corporate companies, into a lot of businesses that are out there. So it's here, it's going to be around. I'm not specifically saying go and chunk all your money into AI stocks. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying we're going to look at vehicles that have those in it, that are safer and more secure, and that are paying you consistent returns on your money. And this is the time to get started. The future is in your hands. We don't need to be dictated by what's happening and what's taking place. You can take charge of your future, and we can begin building freedom together. So I hope that sounds good to you. I hope you're going to take time out your schedule to be with me. I'm already a little over time that I've spent, but I wanted to give this overview for you. I wanted to help set the stage for what we're going to be doing next. I believe this is going to be one of the best series yet that I've done on this material outside of my private communities. I do this every week and a couple times a month in my private communities for those who are part of our investment programs and working on their investment strategies with us. So I'm offering some of this stuff outside of that community to help some people who haven't become a part of what we're doing. But I believe this is going to be the perfect series for you to help you get started. I believe it's going to help you build what you need to do in these later years in your life to set yourself up for continual gains and earning continual income throughout the remainder of your lifetime, and leave a legacy behind for your family and for those that are, coming alongside you and after you once you're no longer here. I'm talking about building generational wealth for generations to come. And so each week I'm going to be reinforcing the previous week and then adding some new material, but taking you on a step-by-step journey throughout this process. So I hope this has been helpful for you today, and you're going to do the things that I've asked you to do throughout this video, and that you're going to reach out to me and contact with me. I don't mind the hater contact that I get. I get that from time to time. Who are you? Why should you be teaching this? Why should somebody trust you with their money? I'm not asking anybody to trust me with their money. I'm not asking anybody to give me directly their money. I'm asking that you look at the strategies that I am proposing, and if they sound good for you and you see the evidence in them, then go ahead and take the leap of faith and jump on in and come along with us on this journey as we ride together to financial freedom in our later years. If you're not in this age bracket of 40 through 60 and you're not retired or looking to retire or aspiring to retire, this may not be for you, and I get it and I understand it. And so you can just keep it moving. No harm, no foul. But if I'm speaking to you, I want you to join me in this journey. I want you to hook up with me and link up with me, and let's go ahead and take it together. All right? So until next time, this has been BA. Thank you so much for joining and watching and tuning in with me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Follow me on social media. All of my social media links are in the description, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, take care, God bless, and bye for now.